In this video, we'll be covering the current event, Love is in the Air, which will be around for 2 weeks, and to answer the age-old question of can these two mounts only be obtained in the first daily Warband loot box, or will subsequent love boxes using alts actually work? But before we get to that, we want to start things off with the events that take place in the Gala of Gifts, which are set up just outside of Stormwind and Ogrimmar. So to start things off, the events will take place in the Gala of Gifts, which are set up just outside of our faction capital city, and if we're in Kazalgar, there is going to be a portal near the flight path here in Dornagal, which will take us directly to the event area. Now, once in that area, we'll have access to a bunch of things, but what we'll want to do first is to complete the introductory quest for the event, which will segue us to start collecting these love tokens, which is the currency to purchase this event stuff with. It's also worth mentioning that this event currency binds to Warband, meaning we can collectively use our alts to farm for this currency if we've got extra time or are looking to collect as much as we can before the event is over. Now, about those quests I mentioned, there's going to be 2 of them, and upon completion we'll unlock the feature to do daily quests here in the Gala of Gifts, and those 2 will be the Scenic Getaway Portal dailies and the Self-Care dailies, which will both award us with 10 love tokens each. We'll also have access to the Gala Gifts, which can be done each day per character for extra love tokens, and how this works is we'll either talk to Galva's Iron Hammer here in Stormwind or Torgando Featherhoof over at Ogrimmar, and we'll have to donate 10,000 gold, which will reward us with the bundle of love token containing 10 love tokens. Related to this donating mechanic is the achievement Support Your Local Artisans, which requires us to donate a total of 50,000 gold, which you can actually get done right now since the progress gets credited across your account, meaning you don't have to wait for that daily reset in order to do this, and all you'll have to do is give 10,000 gold to your odds. Quite 50,000 down the Additionally, we'll also unlock this mini quest series called Crushing the Crown, which award us with a lot more love tokens, with the end of this quest culminating to defeating Apothecary Hummel. Now, while on the subject of Apothecary Hummel, we'll also be able to access this limited event boss in Shadowfang Keep, which we can queue up for using the LFG tool. We'll be able to participate when we're level 10, and from this dungeon, we'll be able to get some seasonal items. The first set of those items are going to be amulets, which all have a special on-use effect that creates a pink heart-shaped firework. Now, keep in mind that you don't need to be max level to be able to get these amulets, but instead, they will drop lower item level versions of themselves. Additionally, the first time we defeat Apothecary Hummel each day per character, we will receive a heart-shaped box that contains even more seasonal items, and the items in question are cosmetic ones. Another one is the Toxic Wasteling, which is a battle pet, and lastly, we have a chance of getting the Heartbreaker, which is a toy that makes somebody sad. Now, about the 2 mounts I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there's currently an ongoing investigation conducted by the community of mount collectors, and the majority of them have claimed that the love boxes are seriously messed up. As of today, there are numerous reports and comments stating that they got it on their first try. Now, apparently upon the community's own conductive testings, the sweeper mount can only be obtained in the first daily Warband loot box, meaning that using alts is basically useless. However, this won't be the case for the X45 rocket mount, meaning you can farm for this multiple times each day using alts. However, subsequent love boxes will have lower and lower drop chances, way below 0.03%. Now, it's also worth mentioning that there are some cases where they manage to get both of the mounts from the love boxes, but it has yet to be confirmed whether they can get this from subsequent completions of the same day using an alt tune. It also doesn't help that Blizzard has yet to give a straight answer as to how the sweeper mounts drop system actually works, but active mount collectors have found another path. Since the sweeper mount can only be obtained by the first daily Warband love box, then they've decided to group 5 alts together. One will be to carry either a max geared character or a level 10 twink. The other 4 are a bunch of trial WoW accounts, and they'll all be level 10 and just standing in a corner while the carry finishes the encounter. But hopefully this will not be the definitive method to get these rare mounts, so we'll just have to wait for a blue or an avid mount farmer from the community to be able to resolve this with evidence or proof. But until then, this method seems to work out pretty nice nicely in terms of getting the sweeper mount, but do be warned, this method may be breaking the TOS if you do decide to farm the mounts this way. And on that note, these rare mounts from the love boxes are no longer locked out by levels. So prior to this video, you used to only have a chance of getting the mounts when you're level 60 and above, but now we'll have a chance of getting either of the two mounts even when we're just level 10. Now we'll be moving on to all the vendors of the event and what we can buy from them using the holiday currency love tokens. But before I go into the wares of each vendor, I'll inform you all of both the one-time sources and the daily sources. Now for the one-time sources, we can get about 140 love tokens after doing them all on one character, meaning we can bring our alts in to complete these one-time quests before sending over their love tokens to another character using the Warband bank distance inhibitor. Now as for the daily quests, we'll mainly have 4 sources here. Our first completion of the day awarded from the Crown Chemical Co dungeon, and this one will give us the heart-shaped box, which has a chance of giving us anywhere between 5 to 11 love tokens. Next one up is the gala of gifts I mentioned earlier, where donating 10,000 gold will give us 10 love tokens. And as for the remaining 2 daily sources, they'll be from the gift of self-care and the getaway to scenic location dailies, each awarding us 10 per day, so we can get anywhere between 35 to 41 just by doing our dailies on one character. Now as for the vendors, there's going to be quite a few in the area, but the ones that steal the show are going to be Lithine, Morning Spear, and Kiera Torres, who sells us the seasonal items, cosmetics, toys, battle pets, and 2 more mounts. It's also worth noting that these 2 vendors sell us achievement-related items, so if we're after the year-long meta achievement, then we'll want to prioritize getting these 3 items: the bag of heart candies, the silver shafted arrow, and the lovely dress box. Those 3 items will be under the Love is in the Air achievements, so if you guys are going to be interested in a guide covering all the achievements associated with this event, let us know in the comments down below and we'll be more than happy to make a quick guide covering all of the achievements that we can get. The next vendor up is going to be the lovely novelties, which will sell us 3 more achievement items: some chocolate bombs and pink bright bursts, but also the sturdy loveful for 100 love tokens. The next vendor up is going to be the chocolatiers, which sell 3 different types of chocolate, but also the box of chocolate for 10 love tokens, which is another achievement related item. Lastly, we'll have the flower vendors, which sell us transmogs, offhand items, consumables, holiday items, and a single achievement item. Now as the name implies, a bunch of these, actually all of them are going to be flowers, but the transmog roses are actually quite nice since they'll take up your head slot. Who knows, maybe you could use a new look for your e-date this week. But other than that, I hope you guys have a fun time doing this event. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.